Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I would like to welcome you to My Luxury Closet 529, a place where not everything is luxurious, but a lot of it is luxurious to me. Here we'll talk about handbags and beauty and fashion and sometimes vacations, and today we are going to talk about vacations and handbags. Woo! I am so excited to share with you just a little bit about my trip to Paris this past summer. I got to go to France with my family, and it was a fabulous trip. Unlike previous trips, I did not vlog on this vacation to create a vacation video. I wanted to live in the moment and enjoy the trip. And what is absolutely hilarious and a bit horrifying to me is that this video, where I'm going to show you what I got from Louis Vuitton, I have no evidence that I was there. I didn't even take a single picture of me trying on bags or with my mom in the store, nothing. I took no photographs, I took no video, so you're going to have to just trust me that this bag came from Paris. But I will tell you a little bit about the day that we got this bag, and I'll tell you a little bit about the site that we saw when we got the bag, because it has to do with the location. So when we were on our way to Paris, and even a little bit before, I was trying to figure out which location, which Louis Vuitton location to visit, because I had a couple of bags in mind that I might want to buy. One was the Soft Speedy, the Lucky version, which is in the Dune canvas. And one was the Speedy 25 trunk. It was not due to be released until a couple days after the day that I had in Paris. And so I didn't think I'd be able to even get it, but I was hopeful. And let me see, I kind of thought about maybe picking up another Keepall 25 if they had something that maybe wasn't on the website, or that had been on the website but wasn't available. There were a couple of different Keepall 25s that I asked about while I was there. And so that's kind of where my head was, is I had like a soft list of things that I might want, but I didn't really have anything set in stone. The first day we were in Paris, or I guess I should say the day we flew into Paris, we went to a church that my parents had been to before, and they wanted to show us the inside of this church. And we got there and there was a huge line, and so it quickly became evident that we weren't going to stand in line for an hour and a half to see the inside of this church. But having done my research ahead of time, I knew about another church, and it just so happened to be across the street from Louis Vuitton. How convenient. So the church is, and I may butcher the pronunciation, but it is Saint-Germain-des-Prés. And this particular church, I'll put some pictures in as I'm talking. It is the oldest church in Paris, and I believe it was built in the 5th century. And so very old, and the fact that it is claimed to be the oldest was sort of a draw for me. And also, if you look at the reviews online, Saint-Germain-des-Prés is very highly reviewed and typically doesn't have any sort of wait to get inside. So I sold the idea of going to visit this church to my family as something we could do that first day when we didn't have any hard plans. We knew we'd be tired from being on the plane, and until we got that night's sleep, that we really wouldn't be ourselves and didn't want to tackle too much. So we walked over to Saint-Germain-des-Prés. It was only maybe half a mile or 3/4 of a mile from the Airbnb that we stayed at. We stayed at an Airbnb that was extremely close to Notre Dame, and that was one of the sites we visited in the following couple of days. So when we got to the church, there was no line to get inside. We walked in, it was gorgeous. We looked around, and then as we exited, everybody kind of knew I wanted to go to Louis Vuitton, but I don't think everybody knew how convenient the Louis Vuitton was to this particular location, because it was literally across the street. And I picked this one due to its proximity to our Airbnb, as well as I was kind of checking inventory on things that I might be interested in. And this store was known to have better inventory of bags than some of the other ones. So I just, was crossing my fingers that they would have something that I wanted. I did not want to wait in line at Champs-Élysées because that store, being kind of the flagship store, tended to have very long lines, and I did not want to be a detriment to the vacation of the others in my group. The vacation was not about vlogging or about how many purse places can I see. It was really about seeing the sights and experiencing it with my kids and my parents and my husband. So Mom and I decided to go into this Louis Vuitton, and the rest of the group decided to go to a coffee shop or eatery and get something to drink and something to eat. And so while they did that, we spent around an hour, hour and a half at this Louis Vuitton, where I got to ask about all the bags that I was interested in. And I was told that none of them were available. And there were a few that they could order and have there the next day. But the problem is I didn't know if I would be able to go back. So I really had to find something they had there. And, I gave them my list. I gave them the Speedy 25 trunk. I gave them the soft Speedy Lucky. I gave them a variety of different keep-alls. There were a few different ones I was interested in, but all they had was like the bright green one. And I'm not sure they had any others. It might have just been the bright green one. And then I was asking about other bags like the on-the-go East-West to see if perhaps they had some different materials than the reverse monogram one that I have. And I just kept striking out. And so then I was down to, I want to get my sister-in-law a present, and they did have a Damier Van Keyklay, so I picked that up for her. Well, at that point, I was like, I am going to buy this, but I really want to find something for me. And so I was just sort of wandering around aimlessly. Now, one of the bags that I was interested in, the lovely sales associate whom I was working with had told me it was here this morning or it was here yesterday, but now it's gone. And so I was this close to getting it. And so at this point, I just started wandering around, and I'm looking at all the charms that are hanging from the bags. She brought me a tray of charms. I'm kind of a charm person, if you didn't know. And she brought me a tray to look at. I was sort of looking at those thinking, oh, I could pick up this little tiny one, or I could pick up this chain charm, but I have so many of those. And I really just was striking out. So I started wandering the store looking for something hanging from a bag that maybe I would want. And I was frustrated. I was exhausted. And at this point, I had already tried on several bags that they had, just to see if maybe there was something I didn't know that I wanted. I tried on a Neverfull in the Dune, and I'm not a Neverfull person. I like my totes to zip if I have a tote, and I'm not a big tote person either. I tried on a newer style that they have. I'm trying to think of what it was called. I'll have to just put it right here. But it looks like a Speedy 25, but it has these long shoulder straps that can be adjusted all the way to be crossbody, but there's two of them, and they're in the monogram canvas. And then it also came with one of the shoulder straps that kind of looks like it's the same shape as like a Speedy 25 handle, but bigger. And that strap was in monogram. So I tried on that bag, and I tried on the Keep All 25 in the green. They had a really pretty charm with that, but it doesn't match anything else that I have. It looked really good on that bag though. And so, I'm just at this point very frustrated because I've wandered around. I've tried on everything. An hour and a half has passed probably. And my sales associate at this point has disappeared for a bit. Probably in my mind, I think she's probably done with me because this lady's not going to buy anything because we don't have anything she wants. But I was wrong. She was actually looking in the back for the bag that I ended up buying. And this bag I was so excited about, but I had to see it in person, and she could get it for me the next day, but I didn't know if I'd like it, and I didn't know if I'd be able to come back. And so she comes out and she has it. This is the bag she told me that she thought had been sold either that morning or the day before. So she has the bag, she hands it to me, and the first thing I do is I hug it to my chest to see if it's squishy, because I'm a squishy bag person, and I knew if the bag was squishy that it would be mine. And so I have the bag here in my lap. I don't have it in a dust bag. I'm gonna just pick it up here and show you. This is a reveal, and I didn't get a box with it, but I got the Speedy 25 trunk. This bag also comes in the 20 size, and with the 20 size, it has a chain and a crossbody strap. The Charm is one that I had bought for my on-the-go East-West a while back, but I just love it on this bag. I feel like it should live on this bag. And as soon as she brought it out again, I just hugged it to my chest, which you can't see what it's going to do right now because I have a pillow in it. So let me go ahead and take the pillow out. This bag is so slouchy and it's so squishy gushy, and I really don't like for it to sit on the shelf that way because it really kind of collapses in on itself on the sides. So I have this pillow inside that a company sent me a while back. It's called Kings and Bag, and they're on Amazon. So if it's still on Amazon, I'll link it down below. And it will be an affiliate link if they have it. But of course, you don't have to use my link. It does give me a very, very tiny percentage of the sale if you do. But she brought out the bag, and the first thing I did was do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's squishy. And she's probably thinking, what in the heck did this lady just do? But look, it's so squishy, gushy, and it's wonderful. Now it comes with a lock and 2 keys, which I have inside the bag. And I don't want to put them on the zipper, which is what I normally do, because I don't want the lock to rub up against this, which is the Louis Vuitton kind of embossed in that gold foil. Gold foil will wear off, and I thought having that lock there to rub back and forth is probably going to make it wear off sooner. So I don't have it on this, nor do I intend to. And I lied, it's not actually in the bag. I have a place I keep locks and keys. So it's just a black micro suede interior with a big pocket, and that's it. And I love using this bag with lots of pouches and inserts and things like that, but I do not put a bag organizer in it because a lot of times with the Speedy 25s, the bag organizers, like the sides of them will flop down and they're getting in my way. And I just really like this with pouches because I like it to mold to my body. Now, initially, when I got this bag, I did not think I would like the strap. I planned to use my reverse monogram bandolier strap, or I planned to use my strap from like my Alma BB or perhaps my Bologna bag. I have several black straps, and I also have several monogram straps. I have a Pochette Métis monogram strap. So I had options, and I also now have a reverse Pochette Métis strap, and so I had lots of options. But you know what's funny is I started carrying my soft Speedy Dark with the shoulder strap, and if I'm going shopping all day, crossbody is the way to go for this bag. But if I'm just getting in and out of the car, and even if I'm going for a trip to the grocery store, I like carrying it on my shoulder because just like the soft Speedy, it collapses in the middle and it just smooshes into my body. I'm going to try it on and show you. I know a lot of people don't like this strap on this bag, and I don't either for a long day, but for grab and go out of the car, it is awesome. This is the kind of outfit I would wear the bag with, so it's the perfect choice for the video. But see, I don't have any pouches in it, but it's wide enough at the front and the back that you can tell it'd be easy for me to fit anything I would normally carry inside this bag should it be loaded. And it's so stinking comfortable. Now, right now I have the strap with the rounded part facing away from my center of my body, or away from my body. And actually I like it to face the other direction. So I'm going to turn it around. I find it most comfortable when the rounded part is facing like my neck instead of facing outside. And then I feel like that looks better with the handle too, because it has that glazing on the outside. So there it is. And I know, look, it's collapsing and smooshy gushy, but you know what? It is just so comfortable and I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the pillow back inside to spread it out, and then we'll talk just a little bit more. And I have some more reveals to show you that I'm so excited about, because I did pick up another thing in Paris I want to share with you. And I also have some more charms to share with you. So one of the first things I did when I got this bag is I went ahead and took off the stickers off the front and the back, but not the bottom. And so they're still there. They're kind of peeling off. I'm not aware of any of the hardware protector companies who have made stickers for the corners of these bags. I'm not too worried about them, surprisingly. I just kind of feel like that's part of the bag. A trunk is something you use for travel. It's meant to get a little worn. And I've watched other videos of people who have had the Speedy 20 and the corners still look amazing, even though they use the bag a lot. So that's the story of how I picked up this beauty. Now, it was like 2 or 3 days before the bag was even released. I had it in my hot little hands before anybody made a YouTube video, and I didn't make a video. I was in Paris. Come on, what was I supposed to do? Just sit up a little camera in the Airbnb? Well, that was the old me. The new me, no, I just didn't do it. I figured I'd do it when I got back home. And here it is, like, let's see, this was July. So August, September, October, just around 3 months that I've had it. And I've used it. I love it. I'd recommend it. So it's not only a reveal, but it's kind of a review as well. It's just wonderful. And I love bags that have the monogram and the reverse and whatever color leather they want to put with it, except for the unpatinaed vachetta. Not a fan of that. So that's the first thing I'm going to show you. The next thing is, it's a dress up your purse charm. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait to share it. And then I'm going to show you another charm I picked up in Paris, actually a couple. So we've got lots of dressing up our bags to go through today. So I actually have 3 small items from Dress Up Your Purse that Melody was generous enough to gift to me. And I do have an affiliate code. It's MLC15 for 15% off. I'll put that down below. This charm though, I'm so excited about it. I can't even tell you. It is plated in 18 karat gold. It is fancy. So we'll get to that in just a moment. Before we do, let me show you these two. This first one is so beautiful. Now this isn't actually a charm. This is a small leather good, and so is the other one. So I have 2 small leather goods and I have a charm. It's beautifully packaged. It's the only one I still have the packaging on, but look at that. This is a smooth cowhide leather with a print that's peony, and I love peonies. And this is, I still have the let's see, stickers on it. I thought I had taken all the stickers off, but I guess not. This is the same size as the Louis Vuitton Key Pouch S, and it's also the same size as the Chanel Mini O Case. It looks like it's just slightly bigger when I hold them up side by side, but it is a very minor difference. I feel like it's just slightly flatter, and that may be because it hasn't been used yet. The other difference is that with the Key Pouch S, there is a pocket, and with the Chanel Mini O Case, there is not a pocket. But in this one by Dress Up Your Purse, there is not a pocket, but it does have this wonderful, super soft lining, and it's a leather fiber lining is what she calls it. And just like with the Louis Vuitton Key Pouch S, there is a clip that you can clip it onto your bag, and look at the quality. I mean, it is really nice. You can see that Melody did not skimp. It is very well done. And of course, this is leather at a fraction of the cost that this canvas piece went for. This is in the, I think around the $400 range. And this one is less than 100. In fact, I think it's closer to like 60 or 50. I'll put it here on the screen. And with my discount code, it might be even better. But I'll put the price here on the screen. And then of course you can add that discount code to it, which is MLC15. That is the first of these 3 items. The second one, it reminds me of a Gucci piece that people were just gaga crazy over. And it's another pouch that you can hook onto your bag, but it's, I think, designed for lipsticks. And it's a super soft Togo leather. I think it's Togo. And it does have the same kind of a clip that you could dangle it inside of your bag from a little D-ring if there were one. It has that microfiber lining inside, the micro leather interior, and that is so soft. It feels really good. Zipper is buttery smooth. And once again, I'm finding more wrapping. Melody wraps her stuff really well so that it arrives to you without any dings on it. Smells really nice as well. I kind of picked up a little whiff of leather. So I do not think I have anything in this shade. It's sort of a lavender, like a muted lavender. Really, really pretty, really nice. And even though the hardware is a different color, it looks really good with this other pouch. They would be nice to pair together. So I saved the best for last. It's really hard for me to pick this as the best because I love that pouch too, the peony one in particular. But here we go. So when it arrived to me, it had shifted just a little bit. So there's a couple little spots where the plastic has some indentions in it. But look at that packaging. Is that not beautiful? This is one of those little picture frame display windows that you could set on your shelf and put anything inside. And that's how she did this charm. Now this charm is plated in 18 karat gold. It has Melody Cecile engraved onto the lobster clasp. It also comes as like a cadena lock. And as of when I made this video, the cadena lock version was not available, I don't think. But if you look, the crystals, which are cubic zirconia, are on both sides of the charm. So no matter which way it flips, it's going to be beautiful. Now I did try this on several bags, but I'm going to show it to you on 3 here in my hands. And then I'll go ahead and put some pictures in of the other bags because I couldn't decide which one I liked best. Now I mentioned just a moment ago that when I was in Paris, I bought a charm that I was going to show you, and this is it. This is from Laduree. I picked it up when we saw the Palace of Versailles because there was a Laduree macaroon store there. And if you look, it's a heart. It says Laduree on it, and then it has 3 golden macaroons. And I just love it on my Speedy 25 paired with my Vivian luggage tag. I just think that's a beautiful combo. I wanted to show you how you can add this charm to charms that you already have on your bag because it just adds a little bit more wow. And there you go. It may be a bit much on this bag since I already have a couple of charms on it, but I did want to just show you real quick since I was showing you the Laduree charm. So I dragged my husband all over Paris going to different Ladurees because while I found this one, I was really looking for the ones with the macaroons. And turns out you can't find those anymore at the Laduree stores in Paris. They have like 3 different options that are all, I don't know if it's real leather, but they're all different leather charms. And this was my favorite with a heart by far. So the closest I got to the Laduree macaroon charms when I was in Paris was when we visited the Eiffel Tower. I picked up this little charm. Now this is just a generic kind of dupe of the Laduree charms that they used to sell when you went to Paris. And of course, this is the East West La Petite Paris 15 by Melody Cecile in a beautiful shade of pink. And I love this little charm I picked up for like 10 bucks or 12 bucks from the Eiffel Tower with the pink macaroon and then adding in this flower by Dress Up Your Purse that Melody Cecile created. Is that not cute, layered like that? I definitely like this layering look better than the one I just showed you with the Speedy 25. But there's definitely some bling factor. And if you're not a pink person, it also comes with white or clear crystals too. When we got back from Paris, I was, let's just say, a little bit obsessed about the macaroon version. And so I did find one, and it is this one. I think it's authentic. I'm not 100% sure. Don't tell me if it's not, because I think I spent like 50 bucks on it or 40 bucks on it. But I looked at a lot of them online, and a lot of them had really weird filling on the macaroons. And this one is one of the more normal ones, and it came with a really beautiful box. So I'm pretty sure it's real. And I thought it just looks so cute hanging from my Longchamp Paris mini bag. Now, I carry this when I go to games, so I don't wear this on there because it doesn't match the team colors of the sports I'm cheering for. But I do think it looks really cute hanging on my shelf, and maybe I'll stick it on another bag one day when I'm feeling fancy and whatever charms on that bag doesn't go. But for now, I think it's really cute on this bag. I like to find a place for my charms to live on display, and I think that this bag and this charm were a match made in heaven. When I display my new model Pochette Accessoire, I have the chain on it and I drape it across. And if you look right here, this is actually where the chain is meant to be clipped if you wear a different strap with this bag. And it is the perfect spot to put this little charm. Look at that. Like, even if I was wearing it on my shoulder like that, you can see that no matter which way the charm flips, it is gorgeous because it's two-sided. So she is going to live on this bag and be available to consult with other bags in my collection. I think the pink is gorgeous with the Louis Vuitton brown, and this little charm is going to find herself on many of my bags, I'm sure. So back to the bag that started the video, and I went ahead and popped that charm onto the reverse charm on the bag. And let me tell you, I don't know, this may be where the charm lives. I am loving it. I think it looks really pretty, and it sparkles so much that it keeps like going almost white with the light reflecting off of it. But it is really pretty and a fun way to bring pink into the color palette of this beautiful Speedy Trunk 25. You'll have to let me know what you think. You'll have to let me know if you visited the Saint Germain des Prés store, because I had a great time there. It wasn't a very big store, but other than being completely exhausted, I thought it was a very nice experience. I wish I would have taken at least one picture with my mom. I had a great time though, and I'll hopefully remember it forever. At least this video is going to commemorate our visit, and I can watch it again when my memory fails me. I guess with that, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same. It's the @ then myluxurycloset529. You can DM me there, or you can email me at myluxurycloset529@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.